Hello. To answer the first question, how does joining social consult sync with my career plan? So my ideal career path is to pursue consultancy in bigger companies such as MBB, Big Four, or Accenture. But if things go south, I would be also interested in joining the strategy department of fast-moving companies such as Grab. By joining social consult, it gives me the first-hand experience to solve legitimate problems for legitimate clients. On top of that, this whole process is guided by BCG mentors and social alumni. In my opinion, it elevates the whole program, making it more learnable and interesting. In the end, I would hope to develop a more structural thinking process, making it more easy for me to convert my education and my readings into tangible solutions and ideas. I believe it's a great asset for me in the future and in my career. To answer the second question, my biggest individual failure was actually letting the emotions get the better of me. So basically, there was this one semester where I had a personal issue going on and it severely affected my focus on everything, including studying. So fast forward, I have about 4 days to study for this one particular subject. And it's not easy cramping a 13-week syllabus into 4 days, especially starting from scratch. So I had to change my goal from acing it to just passing it, and also change my study approach. My study approach initially was to learn the answering technique for the whole paper, but in the end I just aimed for the compulsory question because it awards the most marks. I spent 3 hours on each question trying to understand the concepts, trying to learn it. So in the end, miraculously, this paper actually scored higher than my other paper, which I guess is a blessing, and my approach worked. To answer the third question, I was actually the director of sponsorship for an event, and the issues faced was my team members didn't deliver their task within a given time, regardless of reminders, of course. So I actually went on and analyzed the whole issue and identified the root of the problem, which was the lack of motivation. Because in the way, we were all kind of forced to partake in this event. 2 of the student councils, which is the college one and the university ones, have to participate in this event regardless of anything. So what I did was, I went and talked to each one of my members and straight up tell them what I expect from them and can you deliver them. If you can't, it's okay, no worries, just tell me in advance so that we have space to plan things out, So in the end, I had to restructure my whole team into a more efficient one, consisting of 4 active members. We went out to find for vendors and sponsors together. And fortunately, in the end, the whole event turned out fine and ran smoothly. Moving on, we'll be talking about something more interesting, human evolution. It's often associated to that saying that humans evolved from apes. That saying is wrong. What happens is humans and apes share a common ancestor, 6 to 7 million years ago, and that particular species branched out into the ape species and the human species. We, of course, belong to the human species, scientifically called Homo sapiens. We are the end product of an evolution currently. So, why do we evolve? Simple. It's to increase the likability of 2 things, survivability and reproduction. How? How do we evolve? So basically, it's a phenomenon whereby a gene physically mutates, and that mutated gene is passed on to an offspring, and eventually the entire population has that gene. It is when you know the species has evolved. So that's human evolution simplified for you.